Okay, this is actually my second try at this stupid video, so hopefully this time I'm not videotaping my chest rather than my face. Okay, this was a thing that Mari did, and so Amy ended up doing it, and I told her that if she posted it, I would do it as well. Tonight, while at work. Joy. It's a list of questions. Okay, first question. What's your name? My name's Tamara, but everybody calls me Mara, and that's what I actually prefer. Because, think about it. Tamara. Haha. Very funny, all the jokes. Number 2. How old are you? I turned 30 back in October. Yes, I'm old. Who cares? Haha. Done. Number 3. Where are you from? Are you living there right now? I've actually moved all over the place my entire life. I was actually born in Pea Ridge, Arkansas. And I now live, 45 minutes? Yeah, about 45 minutes from there in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I'm an Arkansan. I'm probably going to end up living here for the rest of my life unless I can find some way to get out of this black hole. Number 4. Is it cold where you are? It is actually freaking freezing right now. We've been having some weird storms going through, thunderstorms and stuff. Earlier today it was cold. It's really, really cold right now since it's after dark and late. Yesterday, on the other hand, it was 80 degrees. We had all the windows open and the front door open and sweating. The day before that, we were all bundled up in sweaters. It's insane. Hopefully it'll be warm tomorrow. Where was I? Okay. Number 5. What time is it? It is... It's like 7 minutes until midnight. Number 6. What are you wearing? I'm at work. I'm wearing my uniform. I'm actually breaking the rules right now since the boss didn't pay attention. I'm not wearing jeans, but I'm also not wearing my black or khaki pants. I'm wearing my camo pants because I like them and they're comfortable. And then my white ugly uniform shirt. Yay. Number 7. What was the last thing you listened to? And like I said earlier, the first attempt at this video, I do believe the last song that played on my CD in the car was Beyond Redemption by Him. If it wasn't that song, it was another Him song. I had my Him CD in. Number 8. What was the last thing you ate? That actually took me forever to remember, and I believe it was some cottage cheese. I could be wrong, though. What was the last thing you watched on TV? If it was actually watched something from beginning to end, I actually remembered a minute ago. I did end up going through and recording a bunch of Torchwood on our fancy little Pause TV thingy on the cable box, and I ended up watching like a week's worth in one sitting, annoying the hell out of my husband. More recently than that, because that was like last week, I watched bits and pieces of some VH1 classic thing that my brother-in-law had on TV. I remember turning around and watching like 10 minutes because David Bowie was singing. Number 10, what's your favorite TV show and why? Exactly like Amy, I don't watch TV. I don't, unless it's, ooh, Family Guy's on. Okay, we'll watch 5 minutes of it. Okay, I'm bored. But I am kind of addicted to Torchwood. It's not something that I'm going to spend the time to go sit down and watch while it's on. I'll record it, and then a week later I'll watch the episodes. I still try to catch Glee. I'm planning on trying to watch it tomorrow because it's supposed to be on, and a couple things have got interesting on it, but it's not really something that, my world's gonna end if I don't watch it. I don't know. Now, my favorite all-time TV show, I I will forever and always be addicted to Stargate SG-1. I have the DVDs. I am planning on getting the rest of the DVDs. I love it. But there's nothing on TV that's playing right now that I just absolutely will cry if I don't see. Number 11. Quick, find a random book or something with text and flip to a random page and read from it. Go. Since the other one didn't go, I'm going to once again find a... Okay, that one has no text. Find a random page. Now, this is the only book I have on me unless you guys want to read the computer manual for our new system. And I'm not getting up and going all the way into the office. All the way. Okay, I'm not making the 5 steps to the office to get that. So, my Archaeology, the Definitive Guide. I randomly decided to put it in my bag on my way to work. Because I figured tomorrow morning when there's nothing to do, because we only have 3 rooms, I can actually read something. Okay, this page. See the pretty pixel? Yay! You're going to learn about Great Zimbabwe. Now, I told Amy I'd read the entire page for her, so prepare yourself for the horrible, horrible reading I do. Ow. Great Zimbabwe. Most impressive stone-walled ancient capital in southern Africa. Dated to 4th to 19th centuries, capital of Shona State, 1300 to 1450. First European visitor was German geologist Karl Mauch, M-A-U-C-H, I guess it's Mauch. Been too long since I took German. In 1871. Finds include stone walling and soapstone birds. Site and Site Museum open to the public. The Great Enclosure. The site has 3 main areas. The Hill Complex, which contains the residences of the royal family and officials, the Valley Ruins, the town where commoners lived, and the impressive Great Enclosure shown here, which would be the top page, or the top picture. Massive walls. Made up of an estimated 900,000 stone blocks, the massive outer walls of the Great Enclosure have a circumference of 820 feet, or 215 meters, and a maximum height of 36 feet, which is 11 meters. The enclosure is thought to have been used as a premarital initiation school. That would be the bottom picture. Zimbabwe bird. Several soapstone figurines in the form of a bird have been found at the site. Each is about 12 inches, 30 centimeters tall, and rests on a 3-foot, 1-meter pillar. Interpreted as representing the role of royal ancestors, the birds have become a national symbol. They're actually kind of pretty. The existence of stone structures deep in the southern African interior first became known to the Western world through the early 16th century Portuguese traders who visited the East African coast, but nearly 4 centuries passed before Great Zimbabwe was visited by a European. Zimbabwe is the term used by Shona-speaking people for the court or house of a chief, usually consisting of stone-walled enclosures built on top of a hill. At least 150 Zimbabwes are known, of which Great Zimbabwe is the biggest and most famous. Early Iron Age people who did not build in stone occupied the site between 8300 and 1275. After this time, its first stone-walled enclosures were constructed and the site developed into a major center. In the early 14th and early 15th centuries, Great Zimbabwe was home to about 18,000 people and the capital of an extensive Shona state that stretched beyond the boundaries of modern Zimbabwe. The king, certain members of his family, and important officials lived apart from commoners on top of a hill and became wealthy through control of trade with the East African coast. By 1450, the capital had moved elsewhere, although the site continued to be inhabited. Probably no other archaeological site has inspired myths and political passions to the extent of Great Zimbabwe. See page 41. The modern African country of Zimbabwe took its name from the site of independence from Great Britain in 1980, and a bird sculpture from the site is depicted on the nation's flag and coins. Despite nearly a century of archaeological and historical research, which indicates the site was created by ancestors of the Shona people of Zimbabwe, some publications still refer to its mystery, it's quoted, or cling to outdated romantic stories of exotic origins. Woo. Okay, that was interesting. If you can't tell, I can't read out loud. And my favorite question. Number 12. Do you think you have an accent? Talk about it. And I say, just like I did in the other one, I have an Arkansas accent. I have a bad Arkansas accent. It gets thicker when I talk to other people with accents. It gets worse when I talk to older people. I guess it's a throwback from talking to my grandmother and my papa and stuff like that. And for some reason, my accent gets worse when I talk to Amy. I don't know, I guess I've taught myself to make my accent not as thick, just because, you know, other places that I've lived, like when I lived in Texas for a while, people would laugh and ask me where I was from. When I lived in Georgia, I got it really, really bad, but that was when I was a kid, so, yeah, little kids, they're mean. What was I saying? Oh. I suppose I've trained myself to make it not as bad, but certain things trigger it. And then I have certain words. There's certain words that I cannot say without an accent. One of my coworkers, Danielle, she's a sweetheart. I love her to death. And boy, does that girl have an accent. Wow. She is definitely a hillbilly. But I didn't say that. Anyway, about 2 years ago, we were talking about something, and I said a word. She still, to this day, like just the other day, was picking on me about it. She will ask me to say it just so she can laugh. I don't know what triggered, why I said that word. I do not remember the conversation, but thankfully, duck is not something that, hey, I said it right, yay. Anyway, it's not something that comes up in conversation very often. And for some reason, I said it really, really, really thick that day. And now she continues to fix on me. Not only is duck a bad word, but ol. I cannot say that any other way. It's ol. I go out to my car and I check my ol. I cook with vegetable oil. Yes, O-I-L. I know there's an I in there. I am fully aware of that. I don't know. I can't say it any other way. Yeah. I really don't know what other words I say that are that bad. I'd have to ask Danielle or ask Amy or something. But, yeah. I'm an Arkansas girl. I was born and raised here, and I talk like one. And that was really bad. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm done.